Thank you, thank you. Well, I want to thank Mr. McFarland. Don't really have my mic on yet, guys, but I am going to go ahead and start. So, hello, everyone. How we doing today? Good. That's good. That's good. Well, my name is Jeremiah DelValle, and I am the author of Lands of Scientia. Can anyone guess how old I am?
16.
Hold on, wait, hold on. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Right there. Right there. Yeah. 17? A little too old. Over there. Right. Yeah, right there. I'm sorry? 15. That is correct. I am 15. Yes. So, okay. Simmer down. So, I am 15. Okay, now. So I am 15. I am a kid, basically. I'm just like y'all. Well, a little bit older. I'm not just like y'all, but I am still a kid. I am a student at Lafayette High School. Now, some of y'all may have heard of Lafayette High School. Y'all might have some brothers or sisters who go to Lafayette High School. I might know some of them. But when I was your age, I used to go right here at Matoaka Elementary School. I used to go to Matoaka for my 4th and 5th grade year, and those were 2 amazing years of my lifetime. I still have great memories and great friends from this school. But that's just a little something about me. Yes, I can go ahead and put that on. Sorry, guys.
Excuse us. I don't have it on while you're putting it on.
Okay.
So it just goes
Over there.
over your ear, so over your ear,
There you
and
go.
then pop.
Pop. Hello. Oh, well. Hello. Okay, so that's just a little something about me. Another thing about me that y'all might know, as you can see behind me, I have this big, colorful setup. Now, some of y'all may be wondering, what's this setup about? Why is it so big? Why is it so colorful? Well, this setup is super big, super colorful to present something a little bit more smaller. A book. My book is called Lands of Scientia. I wrote Lands of Scientia when I was in 6th grade, 3 years ago. That was around when COVID started coming on and started hitting. We all remember COVID, right? You know, staying home, having to go to school on the computer. We all remember that. So I was typing up in the pandemic, quarantine, and I decided to write a book. Let me tell you a little bit what my book's about. Lands of Scientia is about 3 kids who magically find themselves on this island. And this island is filled with magic, animals, talking animals, and they have to save the island from the evil ruler. Now, and the other interesting thing is, I wrote this book, and when you're reading this book, you are also learning science. We all love science, right? Yeah, we love science. See, I love science. And that's just one of the many reasons why I wrote this book. Now, as long as being an author, I am also something called an entrepreneur. Can we try to say that? Entrepreneur. Yeah, that's a little funny off of the tongue, isn't it? An entrepreneur is someone who owns their own business. Someone who takes all the risk of owning a business, like the costs, the materials you might need to run a business, but also get all the benefits of running a business, all the good things, the friends, the opportunities of running a business. You can do anything to run a business. Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all have any things y'all like to do for fun? Any hobbies? Let's see if we can see a few. Right there, black shirt. Black shirt. Oh, no, right here. The red pants. Yeah, right here. So you like to play with your dog? You like to play with video games? That's good. Right here. Yeah.
I like to play my VR headset, and I like to play with my cat and dogs.
Wow, that's good. We see me really like video games and pets. Let's come over here, right there. Yeah.
I really like to play with Legos and Transformers.
So Legos, Transformers. Let's see if we can name one more. All the way in the back. Soccer? I am a soccer person as well. I actually play for the Sharks. Yeah, I'm sorry. So those are just many things that we can do that you can start a business with. Making bracelets, you can sell bracelets. You can take your dogs for a walk. You can start a babysitting business, a dog sitting business, and selling water bottles. There are so many ways that you can start a business with you and your friends. But just so you know, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. There are so many jobs out there that are waiting for you. Can we name a few jobs, a few things that we want to be when we grow up? Red hoodie, Adidas, right there in the back. Yep. You want to be an architect. Also, one day you can build a school just like this. Yeah, someday. Right there. Yes. You want to be a dentist? That's real good. Someday you might be fixing my teeth. And let's try over there in the gray hoodie. Yes. You want to be a biologist? A marine biologist, so like ocean animals, like whales. Yeah, so those are just a few of the careers that we can learn, that we can choose from. So many careers out there that we can choose from. Now, I'm here today to tell you about a few things that I learned from being an author and how you can use these tips in the real world and when you go and try to go after your dream job. Are we ready? Yeah. Okay. The first thing I want to tell you, and I know some of y'all might groan, some of y'all might get grumpy, but it's very important. You guys have to pay attention in school. Now listen, I know. School may not seem important, but in the real world, it definitely is. Now my book may seem like it's all about science, but it took a few other skills that I needed to have to make the book too, like English skills. Can we think of a few English skills? Let's think of some English skills right here in the pajamas. Reading, that's a good English skill. Right here, Spider-Man. You want to give it to somebody else? Right here. I'm sorry? Comprehension skills, good. Reading and comprehension. Well, yeah, so I also use a lot of things. I also learned how to use a protagonist and an antagonist. Some of y'all guys might learn that later. Some of y'all learning it now. I also learned about the 5 parts of a plot. I also learned how to comprehend a story, how to analyze a story. All these skills I used when I was writing my book. Now, when I'm selling my book, I use math skills. You all know math, right? Let's think of some math skills. Let's think of some math skills. Over there in the red and white pajamas. Yes. Multiplication, that's a good skill. Right here. Division, that's a good skill. Right in the back. Yeah. Addition? Yeah, addition, multiplication. Also use things like fractions, adding and subtracting with decimals, estimation, counting. Well, okay now. There is a lot of math skills out there. All of these skills I used when I was selling my book. Now you have to understand that if you want to go out there and go get your dream job and go be successful, you have to be smart and you have to try your best to do well in school. If you want to, it's here, guys, where you advance and you get to go make more opportunities for yourselves. So you're able to keep on moving and keep on going to the next stage. So try to do your best in school, pay close attention, and you'll find yourself going great places. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about, if you want something done, do it now and keep doing it. Now, before we dig too deep into that, I want to see how old you guys are. Let me see who's 9 in here. Who's 9? Okay, we got our 9-year-olds. Let's see who's 10 in here. Who's 10? Okay, we got some 10-year-olds. And we might have some 11-year-olds, Okay, how about 2-year-olds? No 2-year-olds? Oh, that's a lot of 2-year-olds. Okay. Okay. So, okay, simmer down. So it seems that we have some 9-year-olds, some 10-year-olds, a few 11-year-olds, and supposedly some 2-year-olds. So, now I know that at this age you might think that you're too young to go do anything, to go be somebody, to go do anything besides going to school and doing homework. That's not true. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You're capable of doing anything that you want and will do. There's nobody that can stop you guys. If you want to make jewelry and give it to your friends, you can do that. Don't let somebody at the playground tell you what you can or can't do. You have power over your dreams and your actions. And also, when you're doing something, keep doing it. Don't stop when you're doing something that's good. When I started writing my book, I knew that writing a book was a big task. That's big. But I kept on going. I kept on writing because I love writing books. And I planned to keep on going, and I wanted to show people my work. People find themselves not where they want to be because they gave up when they found that something was hard. I say keep working hard and keep pouncing on opportunities that come about. Then you'll find yourself at great places and keep on going. The next thing that I want to talk to y'all guys about is be prepared to give advice. Be prepared to get advice, not give advice. Get advice. Advice is important. Advice gives you valuable lessons and helps you become a better person than you were yesterday. I got loads and loads of advice when I wrote a book. And it helped me become the person who I am to this very day. I got my advice and wisdom from my mother and my father, which I thank so much for. They helped me. They gave me advice when I was writing the book, when I was in the middle of writing my book, and in the process of getting it published and getting it made to what it has become today. And then they helped me when I was selling my book. They gave me lots of advice, and they helped me really a lot. So I thank them for that. Advice is important. There are so many people out there who are able to give you advice. It might be your parents, it might be your teachers, it might be your friends. There are people who are willing to give you good advice, and it's up to you for you to listen. But you also have to pick through the good and bad advice. Let me see if I can get 3 people up here. I need only 3. Okay. Let me get you in the blue and white green jacket. Yeah, blue and white green jacket. You can come up here. You in the white sweater. And you in the gray t-shirt. Yeah. Okay. So, here's the thing. So let me see, what's your name? What's your name? Isaiah. So we have Isaiah over here. What's your name? Quinn. We have Quinn over here, and we have Hudson. Hudson. So we have Hudson over here. Okay, guys. So Isaiah, you're gonna be the person without the cake. You have no cake. The rest of us 3, we have a piece of cake. So we all eating our cake. Let's act like we're eating some cake. Come on, guys. We're eating some cake, and we see that Isaiah doesn't have any cake. So we look at Isaiah, and then we're thinking, should we give the cake to him? And I say, should we give the cake to him, guys? So Quinn tells me, yeah, we should give the cake to him. And you give him a piece of your cake, and he's eating the piece of cake. And you tell me to give him to him. But Hudson tells me to throw the cake at him. So Quinn, he's got his arm chucked back, and he's ready to throw his piece of cake at Isaiah. Which one is the better advice? Should we chuck it at him? Okay. Or should we give it to him? Give it. There we go. So we give Isaiah the piece of cake, and he eats it, and Isaiah, you're happy. We're all good friends, and we all go to the playground, and we all go play a game of Foursquare. Okay, y'all can now sit back down. Thank you guys, thank you guys. So guys, you really have to pick between the good advice and the bad advice. See, doing that is called taking something with a grain of salt. Trying to listen to the advice and see whether if it's good advice or it's bad advice. See, taking advice is important, and it's important that you listen to it and that you follow it, and that you follow through. Don't just say that you're going to take the advice and then go do something else that's not what they said. Listen and actually follow it. Because if you take that advice, you'll find yourself in a place that you weren't able to reach before. Now, another thing that's a very important character trait that y'all should pick up, that y'all all should want to pick up, is to have manners. Manners is important. How many of us use manners? Let's raise our hands. See if we use manners. Manners is cool, right? It's good to use manners, right? Yeah, some of us kind of on the fence. Well, manners are important. When we treat people nice, when we treat them with respect, people respect you more. They treat you nice. See, people, when I use manners when I'm talking to somebody, when I'm talking to somebody about my book, I use manners and I treat them with yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please, thank you, excuse me. I treat them with manners not because I feel like I had to, I feel like it's my responsibility, but because I respect that person, because I'm glad that that person took the time out of their day to come talk with me about my book. They didn't have to do that, but they chose to. So I can show them a little respect with using manners. Can we think of some other ways that we can use manners? Right there in the Pokemon on Christmas.
So when you're eating food, don't talk while you're eating because you might spit it out.
That's good. That's good manner etiquette. That's some good etiquette. Right here.
Talk playfully.
Talk what? Blatant. Talk blatantly. Talk polite. I'm sorry. Talk polite. Gap. The one with the gap.
Say please and thank you.
Say please and thank you. Yeah, those are all good examples. Well, so just make sure, guys, whenever you're talking to somebody, to try to start the habit of using manners and respecting it. Okay, guys, can we make that promise? Pinky promise? Yeah, pinky promise. Okay, guys. Next, I want to talk to you a little bit about creativity. Now, kids, this is a kid-to-kid conversation. We have this special thing about us. It's kind of like a superpower, something we can't really tell the adults now. Come on, lean closer. Oh, okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Us kids are super creative. Okay, lean back. You can go back now. Okay? Super creative. Now, us kids, we're real good at creating games and creating stories on the snap. It's our imagination. Imagination is super powerful. And y'all guys should use it. Our imagination is healthy. It helps us create creative solutions to problems that are kind of hard to fix at times. So can we think of any ways that we might use creativity on the playground? Yeah. Make up a new game? No. Do you have something? It's okay. Right here in the, yes.
Like if all the swings are like taken, you could go over to the monkey games and monkey bars and start a swing.
Well, yeah, those are all good ideas. So when I'm writing a story, so here's the thing. Here's something that might happen to a writer. So a writer might be typing a story. They might be typing up, and then they get to this one sentence, and they stop. And they stare at the screen, and they type a sentence, but then they delete it. Then they type another sentence, then they delete it. Nothing's working. No matter how hard they try, nothing is working. You know what that's called? Writer's block. Writer's block is when a writer is unable to progress the story and keep it going. Now, I get writer's block from time to time. All writers get writer's block from time to time, some more than others. It all depends on how you handle it. When I get writer's block, when I'm writing, and then I stop at the sentence. I look at the screen. I read over the chapter a little bit. I get up. I go get me a snack. Give me a little snack. Sorry. And I come back, and I walk back. I walk back to the screen, and I close my eyes. Think a little bit. I sit and I think. Then I open my eyes, and then I start typing. See, for some people, it's not that simple. Some have to write down a little bit. Some others have to sleep on it. That's just how it works for me. There's plenty of ways that you can find creative solutions. And hopefully, when you grow up, that you keep that imagination and creativity with you, because it is a very useful power. Now, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is just as important as all the others. It's to have fun. Come on, guys. It's to have fun. So, whenever you're doing something in life, you should have fun with it. You should be happy about it. When you go work your dream job and you go do it, you should have fun. You should be happy. You should enjoy what you're doing for a living. You should enjoy what you're doing for a living. You should enjoy where you work. You should enjoy when you work. If you're not happy when you're working, you shouldn't do it. If you're not happy doing something, you shouldn't do it, because your first priority should be happiness. So keep on. So I enjoy being a writer. I like writing stories. I like creating things, creating works for people to read. I like going out and talking to people about my work, about my books, and all the things that I've written. So you have to figure out what makes you happy. It might be different for everyone, and that's okay. Everybody's different. But you have to go out there and you have to go find what's fun for you. What makes you happy? What do you enjoy? Well, those are my 6 tips that I wanted to give y'all guys today. I'm glad that y'all were all great listeners. Y'all were here to enjoy what I had to say and hear what I had to give you. And I hope you go take this advice and you go use it in the real world. You go use it when you go after that dream job, when you go after what you want, when you go after what you plan to be. And I hope y'all have fun. Because if y'all take these tips into consideration, you'll find yourself going to great places in the bright future. Okay. So now,
They're done. They probably leave at like 3:40 or 3:47.
Oh, 3:47? Okay. Well, okay, guys. So now is the time that we can open up for questions. I'm leaving the floor to you guys. Some of y'all may have read the book, and you took the book yesterday, and y'all may have read the book, and y'all can come and ask me some questions now. So I'm here, and I'm ready to pick. I'm not going to be able to get to everyone, so please forgive me, guys. So let's go ahead and start. Minecraft. Popular? Lafayette's not really. It's kind of hard to explain Lafayette about popularity. We're not really it's not really people are popular at school. I'm pretty well known, but I'm not. It's not really a popular thing at Lafayette. It's not. There's no really such thing as popular. Let's blue hoodie and yeah, pirates. Right now I'm doing track for my school, but that's about the other sport that I play. So that's the other sport that I do. The hockey shirt. Yes, hockey.
Who's your 5th grade teacher here in
I'm not sure if she's here anymore, but Mrs. Gerard. I had Mrs. Gerard as my teacher. She was one of a good teacher. She was like one of my favorite teachers. She was from Ohio, and her favorite thing was pop, saying pop and soda. She liked the difference between that. Team Holiday Spirit. Yes. What inspired me to write the book? Well, I kind of started writing the book. It was kind of about me and my friends going on an adventure being superheroes. Oh. Okay now, guys. Well, it was kind of about me and my friends writing the book and, writing it. And, sorry, hold on. Excuse me, guys. It's okay if we simmer down a little bit? Well, like as I was saying, I kind of started writing the book about me and my friends being superheroes and all that. And then I started kind of going away from that. I started worrying about us, about being superheroes of science and all. Black shirt. Well, I do have 3 brothers and 1 sister. So 2 of my brothers go here. You might know Jermaine. Jermaine's right there. Yeah, so you might know Jermaine. And Deshaun is in kindergarten. So he goes here. And I have a brother in middle school, James Blair. And I also have a sister that went to James Blair. That's going to James Blair. You in the white shirt. Why they have animals? Well, these animals are their partners. That's what I like to call them. These animals are their partners. We call them Migo, Leo, and Alex. So those are the 3 partners, and they kind of guide them through the island. Red pajamas. She is definitely not here anymore. She was also one of my favorite teachers here. Miss Doucette. She's Miss Doucette. I'm not sure if y'all know her, but she was my 4th grade teacher that year. And I really liked her because she let us play with fidget spinners. Fidget spinners were big in like the 2018, so she let us play with fidget spinners in the morning time. So that's why I liked her personally. The wolf shirt, yes. Yeah, okay.
Where can you get the books and how much money are they?
Well, the books are 15, but they are for the holidays they are 10. So they are 10 for the holidays. But you can get them through that flyer. If y'all all look at this little QR code right here, and this little QR code right there, you can get them through the flyer. You can also, some of y'all may have like prepaid and got in the book, and I can sign it for you right now. You can also buy a book now if you want to. You can get your parents, call your parents. You can email, talk to the school, the librarian, Ms. McFarland. So yeah, there are many ways that you can buy a book. Blue and yes, button-down shirt.
When did you take these pictures?
I took them back in 8th grade, so that was 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. Yeah. Purple hoodie. So, I personally didn't do, the final picture that you see here, I didn't do that. I sketched it. So I sketched it. I gave a rough draft. And then my father, he gave it to someone, a professional artist, and his name is Mr. Adrian Don Kim. And he gave it to him, and he brought it to life. So I drew that up. I sketched it. It was like a rough draft of what I wanted. So I can't really give you tips on the illustration because, I didn't really do it. But I just would say just encompass everything you want the book to be about on the book. Yes. S'more. Yes, the S'more Rex. Yes.
Who's that big?
Right here. Right here. That is Overkill. That is the bad guy in the book. He's the antagonist, which means the bad guy.